Township.
Welcome to Freedom Field, the first home game for the Creekside Knights in a couple of weeks, and let me tell you, it is good to be back. Creekside and Clay in some Thursday night high school baseball. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Creekside High School. I am Noah Schlick, bringing you tonight's action live on Schlick Sports. Clay and Creekside, two of the better teams in the Jacksonville area, both sitting with 12 wins on the season. Both looking for 13. We've had some good matchups between these two in the past few years. Clay taking the last two in this series. The Knights trying to stay hot as we send you down to the field for the starting lineups and the national anthem.
Starting with the non-starters. Number 11, Connor McGuckin. Number 12, Spencer Maurer. Number 13, Gabriel Barker. Number 14, Ethan Mathis. Number 15, Clayton Hickey. Number 16, Braden Feniger. And number 42, J.V. Cobbert. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Blue Devils. Leading off the center fielder number 3, Cole Carnell. Batting second, the catcher, number 20, J.C. Rosette. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 2, Easton McMahon. The cleanup hitter, the third baseman, number 7, Merrick Raposa. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 4, L.J. Martin. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 8, Lucas Moore. Batting seventh, tonight's pitcher, number 21, Levi Chamorro. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 6, Tyler Gonzalez. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 1, Peyton McRae. And the first baseman, number 9, Rylan McMahon. The Blue Devils are coached by Tommy Lawrence, Travis McQuaig, Adam Raposa, John Rosette, Robert Thompson, and Andy Tolkien. And the head coach for the Clay Blue Devils, Mr. Josh Persinger. And now let's meet tonight's non-starters for your Creekside Knights. Number 9, Josh Huber. Number 10, Matt Bisham. Number 12, Nick Romeo. Number 14, Joey Dugo. Number 15, Reese Knight. Number 17, Landon Elliott. Number 18, Josh Guy. Number 19, Xander Brown. Number 20, Jonah Livey. Number 21, Christian Rodriguez. Number 22, Austin Cackle-Reese. Number 23, Hudson Hyatt. And number 25, Will Wood. And now, let's meet the defensive starters for your Knights. The left fielder, number 4, Zach Jackson. The center fielder, number 6, Michael Bisham. The right fielder, number 13, Drew Williams. The third baseman, number 1, Parker Morton. The shortstop, number 2, Aiden Benachet. The second baseman, number 16, Anthony Romeo. The first baseman, number 7, Tavern Blanson. The designated hitter, number 8, Hunter Schlegel. Tonight's catcher, number 3, Connor Velazquez. And tonight's pitcher, number 5, Gavin Dupre. Tonight's are coached by Robbie McCluskey, Darren Lester, Chris Angelo, Tony Mazzio, and the head coach for the Creekside Knights, Mr. Chris King. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to direct your attention to the American flag flying in center field. Please stand and remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And it is time for baseball at Freedom Field. The Knights and the Blue Devils on Schlick Sports. Let's get things started with the starting lineups. First, the batting order for the visiting Blue Devils. Taking a look at how they line up. They're led off by Cole Carnell, followed by J.C. Rosette and Easton McMahon. Merrick Raposa, L.J. Martin, and Lucas Moore, 4, 5, 6, with Levi Chimura, the pitcher, batting 7th. Gonzalez, the second baseman, batting 8th, and Peyton McCray, the shortstop, batting 9th. Out on the mound for the Creekside Knights, Gavin Dupre. The sophomore stands at 6'3", 200, got a 5-pitch mix, coming off of a phenomenal appearance against Atlantic Coast in which he went 6 innings of one-hit baseball. He didn't allow a run, struck out 12 while walking just 1 against a powerful Stingrays offense. On the season, he's made 7 appearances, 5 starts, gone 31 1/3 with a record of 4-1. His ERA sits at 1.34 with a whip under 1 at 0.86. He has struck out 35 while walking 9 on the season. Dupre is a guy who forces a lot of soft contact, a lot of ground balls. That infield will have to work behind him, and he's got a good strikeout pitch as well. A good fastball that he'll pair up with his breaking ball, and a deadly changeup as well. A tough combo for opposing hitters.
This center fielder, number 3, Cole Carnell.
This is a Clay team that has plated 106 runs over their 18 games for an average of 5.89. Dupre readies on the mound. The first pitch, called strike on the outside. We are underway. First pitch at 6:35. We're hitting that time of year where hopefully we've escaped the cold a little bit. Those cool early ball games, and just absolutely beautiful out here. Got some slight white cloud cover, 70 degrees. The wind blowing at 9 miles per hour with gusts up to 16. It was blowing hard out there during batting practice, pushing balls towards the right field line, blowing from that left field corner to right. Ground ball over to first. Blansick collects, runs over to the base, and makes the play for the first out of the game. Time now to take a look at the defensive alignment for the Creekside Knights. It's Jackson Bysham Williams in the outfield. Parker Morton, the third baseman, with Benechek at short and Tony Romeo at second. Blancett at first, and Belizik behind the plate. Back up the middle and through into center. It's a base hit for J.C. Rosette. The catcher with the single gets on base. Sets the table for the DH. Easton McMahon committed to JU.
Into the game on the bases, number 11, Connor McGuckin.
McMahon is hitting .315 with 1 home run, 11 RBIs. Skies one to center, going back on his Bysham, still ranging back, and makes the catch. 2 away. Good contact there, but Bysham only had to roam straight back. Was able to settle under it. That ball stopped carrying, and he made the play. Now Raposa, the third baseman. He's hitting .340, OPS north of 1,000. Leads the team with 4 round trippers this season and 17 RBIs. Ground ball past the diving Blancett into right field. Taking the turn and heading for third is Rosette, and he will get in there safely. The runners at the corners with 2 away.
Next up, the left fielder, number 44.
Williams has got a really good arm out in right field, and you could tell he wanted to make that throw to third. Fumbled the ball a little bit as he collected it and allowed the runner to get in there safely 90 feet away from home plate. Good slider misses. L.J. Martin, the left fielder, up at the plate. He's hitting .250, 4 RBIs this season. Takes a strike, 1-1. Clay trying to strike first. They've got 2 on, 2 out. Missing outside, 2 balls and a strike. Slider, great movement. Went through the back door. A lot of break left to right from where we're watching. Right to left on the mound. Goes back to the slider, gets the foul tip. Not Caress behind the plate. We'll do it again. Back-to-back sliders. Does he go back to it, or does he speed him up in a 2-2 count? Goes back to the slider. And that's one that I think would have gotten the call, but Belizic's got to sell that call. He's got to frame that one up. With 2 outs, 2 on, 2 strikes, seemed unnecessary to jump up there. Now the payoff pitch. Missed low for ball 4. Bases are loaded for Lucas Moore. Moore getting the start in right field. He's struggled this season, hitting just .108. Still able to get on base. His on-base percentage at .306. He's got 4 RBIs. Takes down and away, ball 1. Chris King hustling out to the mound. Bases are loaded up. Some first inning trouble for Gavin Dupre. He's trying to get out of it. Shakes off a sign. Readies for his 2-0. Down and away with the fastball, 3-0 count. Ball forward, walk in a run. The 3-0 pitch, got to hit the zone, and he does. Three balls and a strike. Up and in, ball 4. And it is 1-0. You could see Dupre was not happy with that call. Looked a bit off the plate to me.
The pitcher number 21, Levi Shimura.
That snaps a streak of 10 straight games where Creekside has scored first. And a chance for Clay to add some more. Bases still loaded with 2 outs. Belizik got him at first by a mile. And that ends the inning. Clay gets one on the bases loaded walk. Knights come up to the plate when we return on Schlick Sports.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Bottom of the first inning and the first chance at the plate for the Creekside Knights. Taking a look at the batting order for Creekside, they are led off by Zach Jackson, followed by Hunter Schlegel and Connor Belizik. Part of the order for the Knights, Morton Williams, Bisham, and then Blancett Romeo Benechek rounding things out at the bottom of the order. Out on the mound for the Clay Blue Devils, Levi Chimura. Standing at 6'5", 210, a big figure out on the mound. The senior, according to Perfect Game, with a fastball in the low to mid-80s. He's coming off of a brilliant performance against St. Augustine. He went 7 innings, allowing 4 hits, just 1 run, which was earned. He struck out 9 while walking 1 batter. Chimura has had an incredible season out on the mound. He's appeared in 5 games, starting 4 of them. He's gone 24 2/3 on the mound with a record of 3-1. His ERA at 0.57. He's allowed just 4 runs the entire year. Struck out 32 while walking 9. He has been efficient. Zach Jackson will be the first to greet him. 1-0 Clay is our score. They loaded the bases and got a run home. Second pitch to Jackson, inside. This Creekside offense has been hot. This week they have plated 21 runs on 23 hits against Bowles and St. Joe's. Team batting average now up to 287 on the season. Coming off of an 8-5 win yesterday. Jackson fights off that pitch. Still 1-2. The kick and the pitch. Ground ball, and that is backhanded at short. There will be no play for McCray. Really an ill-advised throw over to first. Could have spelled trouble. A leadoff single for Zach Jackson, and that will bring up Hunter Schlegel. On the mound this season, Shimura hasn't allowed more than 4 hits in the start. Hasn't allowed more than 2 runs, including unearned. He hasn't allowed more than 1 run in each of his last 4 appearances. Going the other way, ground ball to third. Raposa on to second for 1. Throw to first. Not in time. It's a fielder's choice. Time now to take a look at the defensive alignment for the Blue Devils. If it will load for me. There we go. It's Martin, Carnell, and Moore in the outfield. Merrick Raposa at third with Peyton McCray at short. Tyler Gonzalez at second. Rylan McMahon, the first baseman. And behind the plate, J.C. Rosette. Belizik up to the dish for Creekside. He's got 1 on, 1 out. Takes upstairs, ball 1. He hit his 4th home run of the season yesterday, going the opposite way at St. Joe's. 4 home runs, 20 RBIs on a .526 batting average this season. Heck of a sophomore campaign. OPS at 912, on-base percentage at 608. His OPS, 1520. Video game numbers from Connor Belizik. One count, 1 on, 1 out. Down in the dirt, Schlegel taking off for second. Gonna be a close play. He is in ahead of the tag. Runner in scoring position. 2-1. Runner in scoring position now for Belizik. The pitch. Swung on and chopped out to short. Glove by McCray. Throw to first is on the money. That retires Belizik. Moves Schlegel to third and brings up Parker Morton.
Now batting with 2 away, the third baseman.
If you're Creekside in this game,
Morton.
you want to get into that pitch count a little bit and try to chase this starter. Haven't seen too many pitches early on from Chimura. Second pitch to Morton, another foul ball. Clay's got a game tomorrow against Suncoast, where they'll most likely throw Easton McMahon. The 0-2 pitch. Fouled away. They had a 9-4 win against Middleburg on Tuesday. They used 4 arms in that one. You want to get in that bullpen if you're Creekside, as they'll be limited. Pop foul, and the catch is made by the first baseman, Rylan McMahon, to end the inning. Creekside gets a runner to third, can't bring him home. On to the second, it is 1-0 Blue Devils.
Shimura.
Top of the second inning, take a look over the right field fence at Stillwater Golf Course. We've seen that go up in the past couple of years. Oftentimes you'll see golfers, there's a hole in a tee box. I believe there's a tee box right behind right field. You'll see them stop behind those trees sometimes and take in some baseball if they've got some room to work with out there. I will say, though, I've heard it's a nice golf course. It's a little bit out of my price range, so I can't enjoy it. I do miss just having the trees and the forest line all around. As a swinging strike three, Chimura is down on 3 pitches. 1 away.
Now batting with 1 away, the second baseman, number 6, Tyler Gonzalez.
Created a cool view. It's like you're just in the middle of the woods when you're looking out at the outfield. What you see in left field is what we saw in right. Just a bunch of trees. And it kind of enclosed the football stadium as well on that side of it. Now there's some open space. I liked it better before. One out and 0-1 count. One ball, 1 strike on Gonzalez. Make it 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeout. Oh, strike 2. My bad. Just thinking about the trees. The 2-2. There's strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts in the second inning for Gavin Dupre. Brings up the 9-hole hitter, Peyton McCray.
Number 1, Peyton McCray.
Strike 1. McCray hitting .235 this season with 7 RBIs. The 0-1. Down and away. Didn't get him to chase. Hard grounder to short. Handled by Benechek. High throw. No, perfect throw to Tavern Blansett. And that ends the inning. Looked like he sailed that one a little bit out of the hand, but ended up being a perfect dime over to Blansett and a 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Dupre. 1-0 play with the lead when we return after these messages on Schlick Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Clay, and Creekside's got 5, 6, 7, trying to get something started. Ball 1 to Drew Williams. The 1-0 pitch. Line drive, left center field. That ball is down for a base hit. Williams is aboard. Now I'll bring up Mike Bisham. The center fielder, Carnell, was shaded a little closer to right center.
Now batting the center fielder, number 6.
Left a lot of space for Williams to work, and perfectly placed that one, a line drive back to center. He's been doing a nice job lately of taking balls back up the middle with good velocity as well. As Bisham shows bunt, pulls back, takes high for a ball. Williams dove back into first, and Rylan McMahon jumping down, stepped on his hand. He says he's good, and we'll continue on. Or if he had his way. They've now got the training staff out to look at him. And quickly they are heading back. One 0. We'll see if Bisham trying to bunt again. No, he fouls one back. 1-1. Pickoff move, and Williams is back safely. Showing bunt, missing on it. Williams is going for second, and he is out. A mistake on the bases. Big time mistake there. Now 1-2 with one out. Creekside has been playing really good baseball over the past 2 weeks, but the two things that have hurt them at times, defense and base running. Got to clean that up. Chopper back up the middle and into center for a base hit. Back-to-back singles, but after the out on the bases, only one out for Tavern Blanson.
The first baseman, number 7, Tavern Blanson.
Bisham, a big-time threat to steal. The pitch, up and away, ball 1. 3 hits on the board already for Creekside. I mentioned the number earlier, that the most hits allowed in an appearance this year from Chimura, 4. Ground ball gets between the legs of Gonzalez at second. Bisham will get into third. Runners at the corners with one away. That was a double play ball that was mishandled out at second. Creekside catches a break on the error. And that brings up Tony Romeo.
Next up for the Knights, the second baseman, number 16, Anthony
The first
Romeo.
3 men reaching. Runners on first and third, 1 out. First pitch, down and away for ball 1. You want to put this ball in play, but you don't want to give him a double play ball. Right now, if you're Romeo, you got to be thinking, just put it in the outfield. Shows bunt on a 2-0 count, gets it down. Bisham will stay put after looking him back. Good play there by Chimura to make the throw to first. Now 2 away.
Now batting with 2 away, the shortstop, number 2.
Nice job getting off the mound there.
Vanacek.
2 in scoring position with 2 outs. And it's up to Aiden Benacek to deliver. First pitch to Benny. Chopped, gloved on the mound. Nice play by Chimura, and that will end the inning. Flashing the leather, showing off his defense. Levi Chimura with some nice plays to end the inning. On to the third, 1-0 Clay.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Jacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show. They're all in on Trevor. Of course. Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Then we're back to the top of the order. In the top of the third, this is the center
Top
field
of the
number
third
3,
inning now,
Cole
1-0
Arnett.
Clay. And it's the second time around for the Blue Devils. 1-2-3 coming up to the plate. Carnell, Rosette, McMahon. Dupre into the windup after the 1-2-3 inning. Line drive, center field. Bisham makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of the third.
Now batting with 1 away, the catcher, number 20, J.C. Rosette.
Rosette singled and scored back in the first. Clay was able to load the bases up with 2 outs and scored their lone run on a walk. They've got the early advantage over the Creekside Knights. Popped up, foul ground, and out of play. Slider into the zone. Oh, 2 count. Let's see that slider again. He's been throwing it with confidence. Nope, goes to the fastball and throws him. 2 outs, and
Now
Easton
batting with
McMahon
2,
to the plate.
Designated hitter number 2, Easton McMahon.
Made really good contact his first time up. Sent it to deep center field. Bisham retired him, making the play on the flyout. Slider into the zone. 0-1. When you got a lively fastball like Gavin Dupre, and you can come in with that slider, it's a tough matchup. One-two count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to third, and it gets past Parker Morton into left field. And on the error, the inning will continue. Second pitch, 0-2 on Merrick Raposa. One on, two out. The 0-2. Check swing, he did not go. Pitch went low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on the go. Throw down to second. Throw beat him, and the tag did not get him in time. Runner into scoring position. Dupre will step off. With 2 outs, he comes set and delivers. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will retire the side. The inning extended on the error, but Dupre bounces back with the strikeout onto the bottom of the third. Still 1-0 play. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Top of the order up for Creekside in the bottom of the third inning. The leadoff man, Zach Jackson, 1 for 1 with a single on the day. Creekside has got plenty of traffic on the bases so far. 4 base runners, but no runs. Jackson is hitting .318 with 4 RBIs since the start of Creekside's trip to Daytona. That's been a 6-game stretch over the past 2 weeks. Shows bunt, pops it up, foul territory, running after it, diving and unable to make the catch is Rosette. Really good effort on that one, though. Jackson picked up 3 hits yesterday, went 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a pair of stolen bases as well. 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Chopper sent over to third. Raposa collects, fires, and just beat Jackson by about a half step. 1 away. Hunter Schlegel, the next man up.
Now batting with 1 away. The designated hitter number 8, Hunter Schlegel.
Creekside hasn't been seeing too many pitches in their plate appearances. They've been aggressive early in counts. They've been putting the ball in play, though. The bunt sent down the third baseline. Barehanded the throw. They say he got him. 2 down. What a play there by Merrick Raposa. If he gloves that to bunt single, goes with the bare hand,
Now batting
makes a
number 2
great delivery on the throw.
Number 3, Connor Belizic.
Great play at third base. This Clay defense has made some really nice plays early in this game. Belizic skies one down the right field line. Coming in from right, Lucas Moore lays out, can't get it in foul ground. Bottom of the third inning, 2 outs. An 0-1 count on Connor Belizic. Chimura only at 32 pitches. He has set himself up great to go deep into this ballgame. His 0-1 pitch goes in on the hands, and Belizic fights it back, 0-2. Grounded out to shortstop his first time up. The 2-strike offering. Lays off of it. Clay has been a tough matchup recently for the Creekside Knights. The Knights had gone on a 10-game winning streak against the Blue Devils, but Clay has bounced back and won each of the last 2 meetings, as there's a base hit to left field for Connor Belizic. 2-out single. Parker Morton up to the dish.
That'll bring up the third baseman, number 1, Parker Morton.
Runner on first is Belizic. He's going to stay running for himself. The last 3 games have been close ones. Creekside went to extra innings 3 years ago at Clay, a game in which Chris Romano hit 2 home runs. And then I think he quit the team right after that game. Went out on top. And Max Williams, who's now at Florida State, also hit a home run. That was for Clay. It was a great ball game. Creekside ended up coming out on top. Then in 2023, Clay snapped their losing streak to the Knights. As Belizic goes, got a good jump, throw down to second, not in time. Runner into scoring position. It was strike 2 on Parker Morton. It was a 4-2 win for Clay, and then last year, the Blue Devils scored what ended up being the winning run in the bottom of the 6th inning, breaking a 2-2 tie to beat the Knights. Belizic now trying for third, down and away with the pitch. A catcher with speed. Takes second and third, now just 90 feet away, a 2-2 count on Morton. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-2. Good battle here from Morton. He's worked the count full. Chimura is set and fires. Sent the breaking ball above the zone for ball 4. Runners at the corners for Drew Williams.
Now batting the right fielder.
Chimura upset about that last pitch, which that could have gone either way. That was a close pitch. Morton got the call. I think the breaking ball, when you leave it up hanging, you're relying on that to drop in at the last second. And it stayed just above the zone, according to the home plate umpire. So after a couple of 2-out base runners, we'll have a conference out on the mound, trying to calm the nerves of Levi Chimura. Drew Williams singled his first time up. That would do the trick right here. First pitch to Williams. Strike one, and Morton will take second. Belizik got off a third. That throw hit Raposa in the face, and now Belizik breaking for home. The throw, not going to get him. It escapes to the backstop. Coming home, no, staying put at third is Morton. And now attention goes to Merrick Raposa. I think he lost the ball in the sun, and it caught him. I think it looks like they're looking behind his ear. I'm taking a look. That cheekbone. Creekside ties the game on the play. Raposa will continue. That's one where it's an unfortunate way to tie the game. But it's still a live ball, and you got to finish on the base paths. And it's good to see that Raposa is good to continue playing. 0-1 count on Drew Williams. Now a tie game. Runner on third is Parker Morton. Williams behind in the count, 0-2. Here's the pitch. Chopper out towards second. Glove by Gonzalez, and he will retire Williams and end the inning. Creekside gets one with 2 outs, tying this one back up. 1-1 as we hit the fourth on Schlick Sports.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
LJ Martin.
Tie ball game in the top of the fourth inning. LJ Martin up to the plate for Clay. He walked back in the first inning. Sends a chopper out to second. Glove by Romeo. And Tony makes the play. 1 out in the fourth.
Now batting with one away, the right fielder, number 8, Lucas Moore.
And this is a Clay team that's trying to get right. They've dropped 2 of their last 3. Both losses to tough competition. Jesuit, who is ranked 4th in Florida, they lost that game 14-0, and the IMG Academy, not one of the gold or other sub-teams that they have. They played IMG, lost that one 9-1. They were able to bounce back 9-4 over Middleburg on Tuesday. They've struggled, though, in close games this season. Nearly all of their wins have come by good margins. High fly ball to right field. Drew Williams ranging back and makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting with 2 away, the pitcher, number 21.
In their losses this season, 2 of them, Jesuit and IMG, by good margins. However, the rest of their losses have come by 1 run. They have 4 one-run losses, and they are 1-4 in games decided by 2 runs or less. Creekside has played in plenty of close games this year, won a lot of close games, lost a few. A tight game by the numbers favors the Knights. Oh, 2 on Levi Chimura. Dupre smiling as he gets the sign, delivers to the plate. Down and away, 1-2. Trying to get back into the strike zone. The pitch went with an off-speed pitch there. Just off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2. Slider away. Chimura has worked the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Popped up on the infield. Banachek calls it and makes the catch next to the mound. 1-2-3 for Gavin Dupre. Quiet inning for Clay as we play on. Deadlocked 1-1, bottom of the 4th. Creekside and Clay on Schlick Sports. Mike Bisham up to the plate for Creekside. They got a run across in the 3rd.
The center fielder, number 6.
After tying this one back up, they look to take the lead. They've been able to apply pressure to Levi Chimura in every inning. Creekside has totaled 7 base runners in the first 3 innings, just 1 run. Their hitting with 2 outs has not been great with runners on base. Oh-2 is the count on Michael Bysham. The pitch. Taken on the black for strike 3. 1 out. That brings up Tavern Blancett.
Now batting with 1 away, the first baseman, number 7, Tavern Blancett.
Up high, 1-0. Blancett reached on an error his first time up. Takes up and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Just a little bit under that one. 2 balls and a strike. Creekside has had a lot of success on their home field. In their last 10 home games, they are 8-2, and that dates back to late April of last year. Only 7 home games in the regular season for them this year. They are 3-1 in their previous 4. Up high, he walked him. Runner on for Creekside with 1 away. And that brings up Tony Romeo.
Number 16, Anthony Romeo.
Creekside will have 2 home games next week. On Wednesday, they will welcome Lowndes to Freedom Field from Valdosta, Georgia. That is going to be an interesting matchup, one I've had my eye on since the start of the season. Lowndes obviously got some incredible facilities and is a perennial contender in Georgia. Right now, they are the Max Preps number 10 team in the state of Georgia with a record of 14-5. I'm excited to see how the Knights match up with them. And then Beachside will trot into the Castle on Thursday next week before 3 more games on the road for the Knights to close out the season. St. John's Country Day, Bishop Kenny, and DeLand. This season's flown by. We are now into the final weeks of the regular season. Just 2 more to go after this. And it's time for districts and regionals. The 1-1. Romeo grounds this one out to shortstop. On to second for 1. Throw to first. Beat him for the double play. Creekside gets another base runner. Can't do anything with it. Chimura has been phenomenal with runners aboard so far. On to the 5th. Still tied up.
Get local sports on demand with Action Sports Shacks 24/7. All sports, all local, all the time. From the locker room to the field, the Jacks, high school football, the Jacksonville Armada, and don't forget the Brett and Austin Show.
They're all in on Trevor. Of course.
Download the Action News Jacks Now app, available wherever you stream or at actionnewsjacks.com. TV, phone, laptop, desktop. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. Jacksonville sports, all the time.
Major League Baseball opening day today. It's been great having some baseball back on TV. The White Sox beat the Los Angeles Angels by a score of 8-1. The Chicago White Sox were the worst team in Major League history last year, and they did not really improve on paper going into this season. But here's a fun stat I just saw. So they win their home opener by a score of 8-1. They're the third team this decade to do so. The other two, the Dodgers and the Braves in 2020 and 2021, each went on to win the World Series. So look out for the Chicago White Sox. They're going to have 100 losses by the All-Star break. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tyler Gonzalez down via the K.
With one away, the shortstop, number 1, Peyton McCray.
First pitch swinging and missing is Peyton McCray. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Love watching Gavin Dupre pitch and just how much fun he has that on the mound. He looked like he was laughing as he released that one. The 0-2. Fastball outside. Turned inside. Overthrew on that one. I heard, though, from someone who's sitting just outside the booth, there's a radar gun down below the backstop, and supposedly clocked him at 93 miles per hour earlier. Got him looking at strike 3. Back-to-back Ks to open up the 5th.
Batting with 2 away, the center fielder, number 3, Cole Carnell.
That's 6 strikeouts for Dupre, tying his total from his game against Clay last year, which he went 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, struck out 6, walked 1. The White Sox are not my World Series pick. I'd have to say, if it's not the Dodgers this year, I think the Baltimore Orioles have got a good shot. Good young core. They're going to need to get themselves a top-of-the-line starter, probably at the deadline, a Sandy Alcantara type of guy. The Mets also have a good shot in the National League. I'm just hoping my Cubs win a playoff series. That's all I'm asking for this year. Strike 1 to Cole Carnell, the leadoff man. 1 ball and 1 strike on him. 2 away. And a chopper towards first. Blansit fields. Steps on the bag, and it's another 1-2-3 for Gavin Dupre. Hasn't allowed a hit since the bases loaded first inning in which a run scored. He has bounced back in a major way. Creekside coming up to the plate, trying to provide him with some run support when we return. That One Painter First Coast is here for your home service needs. We specialize in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, whole house pressure washing, cabinet refinishing, stucco repair, and more. Call 904-417-3557 for your free estimate today. Bottom of the 5th inning. 9-1-2 coming up for Creekside. Aiden Benechek, Zach Jackson, and Hunter Schlegel for the Creekside Knights. This game has been moving along at a fast pace as Benechek rips one the other way. Goes opposite field for a base hit. Leadoff man aboard for Creekside. Brings up Zach Jackson. Creekside has had the leadoff man reach in 3 of 5 innings now. Just 1 run. They've had plenty of base runners. Haven't been able to hit with 2 outs or with runners in scoring position so far. Jackson showing bunt. Sends it foul down the first base side. Trying to play a little small ball right here with the runner on first base. Another bunt fouled. 0-2. Trying his best to advance the runner. He shows bunt with 2 strikes. Now pulls back, he's swinging, and he chops it foul. (0-2) is the count. And another foul ball. The 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second. 4-6-3 double play. That's the other part of this. Play has been rock solid defensively. They've saved some runs out there on the field, and that's a play that is tough. They made it look routine. You don't often see double plays turn that smoothly at the high school level. And that quickly as well. Creekside's been putting the ball in play in this one. They've struck out just 1 time. But a lot of it has been soft contact. Down low, caught a piece of the umpire. Umpire is good to go. Two outs, nobody on base. The 1-1 count on Hunter Schlegel. Swings and bloops one on the infield, charging from short, throwing to first, and unable to get the throw over there in time, Peyton McCray. What an effort, though, by the shortstop. That was a really impressive play coming in. Schlegel hustles it out for the infield single.
Now batting the catcher.
2 outs. Connor Belizik up to the plate. He singled last time to extend his hitting streak to 12 games. Looking for some 2-out magic. Checked his swing. And he went. Schlegel on first. Ball in the dirt. He stays put. 1-1 on Belizic. Got under that one. Popped it foul and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes on Connor Belizic. Chimura hasn't really danced around the strike zone much. He has attacked hitters with 2 strikes. We'll see if he does it again here. Goes just outside. The 2-2. Pickoff move back to first. Schlegel is safe. Schlegel on the move, ground ball, and that will be a single to left. Back-to-back base hits with 2 outs. Parker Morton trying to keep it going. Morton is 0 for 1 with a walk in this game.
Now batting the third baseman, number 1, Parker Morton.
Creekside now with the runner in scoring position. And this is a spot that you feel is really important in this game. Cleanup man at the plate. Got to get it done. As runs here would be huge at this stage of the game, especially with the way Gavin Dupre is throwing. A strike on Morton, 1-1. Curveball above the zone. 2 balls and a strike now. The delivery to the plate, swung on and shot out to right. Schlegel takes the turn, headed for home. He is in, and Parker Morton gives Creekside the lead. A great piece of 2-out hitting. Used the whole field. Line drive up over the head of Gonzalez at second. And Creekside has taken the lead for the first time in this game. That is huge for the Creekside Knights. 2 outs after the double play. Back-to-back-to-back singles. That is how you do it up at the plate. A visit on the mound. They are going to stick with Levi Chimura. Parker Morton whispering something to Drew Williams. Makes you wonder what the message is right there.
Number 13, Drew Williams.
Tipping his pitches, maybe? First pitch. Inside part of the plate, strike 1. This has been the most that Chimura has been hit in a start this season. The most hits he had allowed in a game going into this one was 4. Back up the middle and into center. Scoring is Belizik. Morton slips coming around second, and he'll get back safely. 4 straight singles for the Creekside Knights, and it is 3-1.
Next up for the Knights, the center fielder, number 6, Michael.
That'll bring up
Bisham.
Michael Bisham. 4 straight hits with 2 outs, has plated 2 runs. Bisham trying to extend the lead now and extend the inning. First pitch, strike 1. That is now 10 hits for the Creekside Knights. They seem to be sitting on the fastball, too. We've got a man up throwing, Ethan Manis for Clay. Ethan Mathis, excuse me. Runners on the go, pitch swung on and missed. Throw goes to second, not gonna matter. That is strike 3 and will end the inning. Creekside plates 2 with 2 outs on back-to-back-to-back-to-back singles, and it is 3-1 Knights as we enter the 6th.
When you think sports, you think Action Sports Jacks, the official station of the Jaguars, on location for every game. But the most experienced team in town doesn't stop there. From high school football to the big events in the area, Action Sports Jacks is always on. Now, we take that to a new level. Action Sports Jacks 24/7 is around-the-clock coverage of the teams you love and the moments you can't miss. The best local sports in Jacksonville on Action Sports Jacks 24/7.
Top of the 6th inning, Creekside Baseball is brought to you in part by Triple Crown Fence. Call today for a free estimate at 305-331-9377. And Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. J.C. Rosette, Easton McMahon, and Merrick Raposa trying to get something going as Gavin Dupre has tossed 4 straight frames without a run or a hit. Only 1 base runner for Clay in the last 4 innings, and that came on an error. He is locked in since that first, in which he allowed 2 hits and walked 2 batters, walking in a run. Falls behind 2-0 on Rosette. Creekside has not thrown anyone in the bullpen. Foul ball off the bat, 2-1. We haven't seen Drew Williams yet this week. I'd imagine he's the guy to come in after Dupre if they want to go to the bullpen. Seemed to lose that fly ball in the lights, but saw it coming down, made the catch.
Now batting, the designated hitter number 2, Easton McMahon.
1 away, and that brings up McMahon. He is 0 for 2, reaching on an error. The DH is trying to light a spark as momentum has crept over in Creekside's favor. The Knights have stayed hot and they've stayed confident. They have lost just 3 games in the month of March. Won 8 of their last 9. You could argue the turning point of the season for Creekside, that win over Columbia, in which Creekside struggled defensively but battled back from adversity, came back late and won. I'd say the turning point, either that game or against Columbia. Pop fly caught by Tony Romeo. 2 down.
Now batting the third baseman.
That was the first game after the 2 losses to Bartram Trail. I haven't really asked anyone about this, but I'd be interested to hear what they would consider the turning point of the year. I'd say Bartram, those losses to them, good argument for it. They've seemed to wake up and hit their stride after that. They had 1 win against Spruce Creek before the Bartram game, but I wouldn't consider that the turning point, really, as they dropped the next 2. I'd say it would probably come either from those Bartram games and how they responded to the losses, or it's that Columbia win or one of those wins that week. North Marion was a game that they just dominated and seemed to pick up a lot of confidence. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Dupre, setting down the last 10 in a row, and it is 3-1 Knights, trying to add a few more runs ahead of the 7th on Schlick Sports. Tonight's game is brought to you by Happy Pools, Jacksonville's hometown pool service. At Happy Pools, we care enough to know your name when you call, but we're also big enough to handle all your pool care needs. Right now, new customers get their first 3 months of service for just $99 a month when you mention this ad. Text Creekside 25 to 904-980-8512 to see if you qualify and see why more local families trust Happy Pools to keep their pool happy. Time now for a pitching change brought to you by Brightway Insurance, the Baselli Agency. When you are ready to make a change for your home or auto insurance, go to bwquote.com. The new man on the mound is the junior Ethan Mathis. He has appeared in 8 games this season, throwing 15 innings in relief, a record of 1-1 and an ERA at 5.60 for him. Struck out a lot of batters, only walked 5, opponents hitting .286. Off of Mathis this year. Tavern Blansit, the first up to the plate. Creekside tied this one up in the bottom of the 3rd and pushed 2 across in a 2-out rally in the bottom of the 5th. 4 straight singles with 2 outs to take the lead. It looks to me like no one in the bullpen. They're going to try to let Dupre go the full thing. And the Knights trying to give him a little more breathing room. Popped up, foul ground. Raposa will let that one go. 0-2 count. Michael Bysham running out to the bullpen now. The 0-2. Up and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Still a 1-2 count on Blansett. Slaps that one foul. The 1-2 offering. Down and in. Blansett working the count. Final line on the starter, Chimura. 5 innings, 10 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned. He walked 2 and struck out 2. Another foul ball. What a plate appearance so far from Tavern Blansett. A good start for Chimura, but his worst of the year. That's an impressive worst start. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good battle from Blansett. Mathis comes away with the win.
Now batting with 1 away.
Tony Romeo with 1 out in the inning.
Anthony Romeo.
0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts in this one. Chopper to second. Glove by Gonzalez. Makes the throw to first. 2 away. Brings up Aiden Benechek. 1 for 2 with the single in this game.
Now batting with 2 away. The shortstop, number 2, Aiden Benechek.
Showing bunt with 2 outs. Tried to lay it down unsuccessfully. Strike 1. Second pitch to Benechek. Not showing bunt that time. He takes a ball. The 2-1. Downstairs, 3 balls and a strike on Benechek. Up and in, he walked him. Time now to pay the bills. Creekside Baseball brought to you in part by Triple Crown Fence, First Coast Lighting and Fans, Lone People Mortgage, Dapper Travels, and Podiatry Associates of North Florida. Zach Jackson up at the plate. Fouls 1 away. 0-1. One for 3 with a single in this game. Inside corner, strike 2. Two-strike count. I wouldn't be surprised if they send Benechek here. Neither would Clay, as they just tried for the pickoff move. Benechek goes. Pitch is fouled back. We'll do it again. The 0-2. Another foul ball. Still 0-2. I'd put one in the dirt right here if I was Mathis after these foul balls. Give him something he cannot touch. Goes for the pickoff move first. Oh, 2 is the count. And the pitch. Chopper to third. Raposa's got it. Throws to first. And that will get Jackson to end the inning. Creekside will look to close it out. They lead by 2 as we hit the 7th on Schlick Sports. First Coast Lighting and Fans is a proud sponsor of Schlick Sports and Creekside Baseball. They have the area's largest selection of lights, fans, and home decor. Be sure to stop by and browse their selection on Phillips Highway across from the Avenues Mall at 10130 Phillips Highway. They look forward to helping you with your lighting needs soon. Top of the 7th inning, and Gavin Dupre trying to go the distance. Hasn't allowed a hit or a run in the last 5 innings. Trying to finish out strong. First pitch swinging. That one is into right center field. Just going to be a single for L.J. Martin. That brings the tying run to the plate. Well, there's the hit.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Lucas Moore.
Lucas Moore is 0 for 1. An RBI walk for him back in the first. Down and away. Two-run lead for the Knights. They have 3 unanswered runs. There's strike 1 on the right fielder Moore. 2-1. Popped up, foul territory. Blansett tracking, makes the catch for out number 1. One on, one out. Ethan Mathis, the next man up. Ground ball could end it. Strike 1 across the plate. Dupre set. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, lost the back foot. Check throw to first, and back safely is Martin. Oh, 2 count. Mathis at the plate. I said Chimura earlier. He's in place of Chimura. Hitting .267 in 15 at-bats this year. The 1-2. Just outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The pitch. Hard line drive down the left field line. That ball is fair. Martin on his way to third. He is going to stay put. And just like that, the tying run stands on second after the double from Ethan Mathis. Gonzalez up to the plate. And Creekside will stay with Gavin Dupre. The tying run on second base, 1 out in the top of the 7th. And they're going to pinch hit for Gonzalez with Clayton Hickey. He does not have a hit yet this season, 0 for 14. He's walked twice and driven in a run. Braden Finnegar out to run at second. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss, had him fooled. Dupre to the plate. There's strike 2 on the inside corner. 0-2 is the count on Hickey. Big pitch here from Gavin Dupre. The delivery up high, 1-2. I'd go with that slider right here. Challenge him with it, put it in the zone. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Tying run on second. And Clay down to their last out. It is Peyton McCray. 0 for 2, trying to put that behind him. A base hit gives Finnegar a chance out on second. First pitch strike. The second pitch to McCray. Swung on and chopped on the infield. Charging as Morton gloves it, throws to first, and Creekside finishes it off. They strand the tying run in scoring position, and Gavin Dupre goes the distance. A complete game and a 3-1 victory for the Creekside Knights as they sweep the week, taking down Bowles, St. Joe's, and Clay. They will return next Wednesday back at home at 5:30 to take on Lowndes. You can tune in right here on Schlick Sports if you can't make it out. But until then, I am Noah Schlick signing off, saying see you next time and good night from Freedom Field.